Okay, man, I'm on my way to go get some pho. I just wanted to make another video. I've been uploading a lot lately, man, and I don't know how you guys listen to all my videos, but I guess you guys do. I'm uploading an hour-long videos, sometimes 2 hours, because, you know what, bruh? You know what's, like, interesting about me, bruh, is that I keep that shit a buck, man. If I'm telling you I'm struggling, I'm gonna tell you I'm struggling. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've been struggling for the last like 8 years to keep a girl around, keep a girlfriend and shit like that. Even when I'm at low percentage body fat, I still struggle. I could be jacked on steroids, still was struggling. I remember I wasn't struggling as much as I was when I was fat, but you still struggle. At the same time, when you're going after this bag, there's one thing I wanted to say, and I want to talk about. It's a long game, bro. When you're going after a bag, you gotta be okay with it being the long game. Meaning that's gonna take you some years to get to that bag. And you gotta be okay with that. Because you're prepping for the future anyway. You feel what I'm saying? I'm prepping for my older age anyway. What I'm doing right now is preparing for those years, because those years are gonna come by, age 50, 51, 52, those years are gonna come. And what I'm doing right now is prepping all I can. You feel what I'm saying? Prepping. It's like before you cook, man, you prep. You just don't throw carrots in there, man. You chop up the carrots. You don't throw them in there whole. Chop them up. So every single bite can be at least a few carrots, in your stew or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Shit, you cooking beef stew, you gotta prep. You gotta chop up the beef, chop up the carrots and the onions, and some you gotta chop up the tomatoes, because you go, what am I saying? Tomatoes, potatoes. You're gonna chop up the potatoes and shit. You prep because you're getting ready to cook. It's the same thing with chasing the bag. This shit ain't gonna be easy, bro, to get. That's why you see very, very few Lamborghinis out there on the streets. Because it's not easy to get a Lambo, bro. It's fucking goddamn difficult, and it takes a lot of time and practice and effort to get those things. The time, man. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta be okay with the time. A lot of football players, they was okay with the time. You know what? They played a lot of free football before they even got to the pros. Michael Jordan played a lot of free basketball before he became a pro. And he played his whole entire life. He gave his whole entire life to basketball. He didn't just do it for a few years and then quit. He kept going and going and going throughout the years. Like LeBron, he's still playing. But he gave his whole entire life to basketball. So you gotta look at this as a long game, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Going after the bag is like, hey, I'm gonna keep going until I get a bag. Simple as that. Even when I get one bag, I gotta get another one, and then another one, and then another one. So it never stops chasing the bag, bro. This shit is long-term, long goals. Feel what I'm saying? The long game. Remember I was telling you how like that one female in Thailand, how she played that dude all the way to the left. I mean, she played the long game with him. First, they hooked up. Second, They moved in together. She gave him all the sunshine pussy he could ever imagine that he'll ever have. The moment he fell in love with her, that was her time to go for the kill. Now it took time, maybe like a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and then once he fell in love with her, she somehow gave him the idea that, hey, maybe we should build a house, on my land, and we can live in it. We don't have to rent no more. We can own a house. We can start a new life together. And then because this guy is so invested and so in love with this woman that he went ahead and built a house on her land. Okay. Built the house, and then they started to live in it. And soon enough, he had to renew his visa. He had to leave the country. And he left the country, came back, and the locks were changed. He basically got kicked out of the house that he helped build with his own money, man. She played him. It took her years though. She was not into him the whole entire time, bro. I don't know how many years that they stayed together, but it was some years. And she finally got that house and suckered him into like building a house. That's called playing the long game. She got a house now. Now her family and her relatives can move into the house. Now she can really get the real guy who she's really attracted to move into the house and fuck him all night long in the house that you built with your money. Goddamn, you got played to the left, boy. That's why I don't want to live in Thailand. I'll go out there to visit, but I don't want to live in Thailand where the laws are like, for the Thais out there. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm at the, I get the short end of the stick. No, I don't want to live like that. I want to live in America where I got the upper hand. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're going after these goals, man, you have to think long term. That's it. Long game. I don't care. It take me 5-10 years to get it. I'm gonna keep going until I get it, man. Like me, Kelcat, can you believe it? I've been out here for 5 years chasing this bag. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's the long game, bro, but I'm gonna be satisfied in the future because eventually I'm gonna get it. As simple as that. And I'll live happily ever after. And I won't be on this channel no more making videos once it happens. I'm gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? I might start a new channel or something. I might get up on like another platform and make some more videos. You feel what I'm saying? Like Rumble or some shit like that. Where I can make a little bit of dough, but I gotta win first. You know what I'm saying? Win a big jackpot first, and then you can start a channel, and everybody gravitate towards you because you won. You can make some money. Everybody want to be associated with a winner, man. That's it, man. Everybody wants to be associated with a winner. So what I do is I take the long route, man. I don't give a damn. Like the average Joe would have been on gave up by now. Like not me. I keep going. I keep going until I get what I want. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do, bro. You gotta make sure you stay on your purpose long term. I don't care what it is. You keep going until you get it. You feel me? You keep going until you get that money, bro. It's so simple. I ain't gotta spell it out for you. I ain't gotta, you know, I ain't gotta like fucking like paint a picture for you. You feel what I'm saying? It's just that fucking simple. You keep going until you get it. Never retreat, never surrender. Never retreat, never surrender, man. Feel what I'm saying? So you play the long game when you're going after goals, man. And hopefully, let me tell you something, man. Hopefully you'll get it in the shorter than the long game. Hopefully you'll get it sooner. Because some motherfuckers become rich at an early age. And to this day, they still rich. Some people have never struggled. Think about it. Mayweather been rich for a very long time, bro. He don't even know what it's like to struggle. Can you imagine being Mayweather or maybe at the beginning they struggled as a little kid and stuff. Can you imagine being like Donald Trump and never having to struggle for money, never have to worry about being homeless or nothing like that? Just always had a roof over your head. Always had a roof over his head. Always had money in his pocket. Never was broke. Can you imagine that? So play the long game, man. And be okay with it. You gotta be okay, you know what? I ain't got this bag right now, but in the future I will. You feel me? Stay positive. Keep your head in the game. Go the long route, bro. Play the long game. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Thai woman I was telling you about that played that dude. I mean, she played him to the left. He came home and fucking locks was changed. You know, he had to renew his visa. He had to leave the country and renew that shit. Came back and the locks were changed. She played the long game. She got what she wanted, what was a house. It took her years, but she got it. That's all that matters. Is that you get the money in the end, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's all that matters. You get the money in the end. That's it. That's all I gotta say, man. It's like you get the money in the end. Shit. It's fucking breezy over here. You know, I will get the money. All I gotta do is keep on being persistent, man. That's how you gotta look at it, bro. You play the long game, you'll get what you want. You know, my sister, I'll make sure that she'll regret not helping me, you know, not giving me no support or anything like that. She'll regret that. She'll be like, God damn, my brother finally came up, he finally won. Damn, I wish I was there to help him out when he was out there. And now he's living it up. Yeah, because I know that you don't get the bag overnight. So I kept going and I got it. And now you're gonna be living in regret for the rest of your life. I wish I would have helped him. I wish I would have helped him. I wish. I could have helped him. I would have helped him. You know, doing that coulda, woulda shit. You coulda, woulda, and shoulda. Now it's already too late. I got the bag. I'm in the Bahamas somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Thailand, living it up, enjoying myself. And ain't tied down to no goddamn system, bro. I ain't nobody's puppet. I'm free. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta be okay with playing the long game. This game is about your life. You understand me? This game is about being happy. You feel what I'm saying? In the future. It's all about, I just want to be happy in the future. That's it. I want things to change. Things are not going to change if I quit. Boy, I wish I would have had this game when I was younger. You know, about 20 years ago. I wish. I wonder what my ex-girlfriend is doing right now. I probably wouldn't want to fuck her now, man, because she done got to be in her 50s and shit. I probably would, for old time's sake. You know, but the long game is crucial, man. That means the patience is critical, bro. You gotta have patience, bro. You know, you gotta have patience. You don't have patience, you won't get the bag, man. Slow and steady wins the race, man. You know, just like one of the billionaires said, man, slow and steady always wins the race. That means you gotta be slow with it, calm, collective, patient, and eventually you win the race. You feel me? Well, so time for me to get some food, man. I'm starving right now, boy. What time is it? 1 o'clock? Now, I'm supposed to get ate at 2. But I'm gonna eat at 1 today, man. I'm starving. About to eat some pho, bro. That's what I'm about to do now. I eat as much as pho as I possibly can, man, because it's healthy. You know? A big ass bowl of soup with some noodles in it and some vegetables. And some meat sometimes. Sometimes meat, sometimes seafood. Today I'm getting meat. I'm getting what was it? Brisket and steak mixed up in there, man. Give me my protein and my carbs, man. The healthy way. You feel me? But that's why, you know, when people are like, oh well, you know, Kel, how come it's taking so long to get the bag? How come you might not ever get it or something like that? But I'm like, that's okay, bro. It's okay. Because I know I'm playing the long game here, bro. I'm not worried about right now. You see, as long as you keep like worrying about right now, you'll never get the bag. But when you start like planning for the future, you know, 5, 10 years from now, then you'll eventually get the bag. You feel what I'm saying? You just gotta be planning for the future. Don't think about right now. Tuck that shit in your pocket. Tuck right now in your pocket. Fuck right now. It's all about the future, man. I just don't want to be 50 and struggling, you feel me? Boy, I'm starved. Boy, I'm so hungry. Man, I can eat a cow right about now, bro. So, the fasting I've been doing, man. So that's what you gotta do, bro. Like, that's one thing you gotta understand is that becoming rich and wealthy, you can't do it overnight. It's a lot of time and dedication. And then when you become wealthy, you gotta stay wealthy. That's another thing. Once you get rich, you gotta stay rich. You feel what I'm saying? You know, once you become rich, you gotta stay rich. And stay investing. Stay chasing bags. Hey, don't stop until the casket drops, bro. That's how I look at things. I see women that I desire out here, bro. I be like, God damn, I can't wait to get that bag. Urgh. Fucking frustrated shit out of me. Like that female with the big booty that came to fucking Starbucks today, bro. God damn, she had a fat ass. I'm like, God damn, I can't wait to get that bag so I can get a female look like her, man. But she's an average woman, though. It wasn't. If I had money, I probably would get bored really quickly, you know. But right now, as a poor man, I'm looking at that like, my God. Just hitting that shit from the back, big old booty wobbling in your face. Yeah, that's what I plan for the future for, bro. That's why, you know, I'm okay with the long game because it's gonna be worth it. In the end, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth the struggle. But keep your eyes on that prize, man. You'll get that bag sooner than you know it. Be okay with playing the long game. It'll come. Just keep it on. Just like Jean-Claude Van Damme, he played the long game. You know, I was looking at videos of him, you know, about him trying to make it in Hollywood, and it took him years, and he finally did it in the end, bro. You know what I'm saying? It took him 5 years, and that's how long I've been chasing the bag. It took him 5 years to get a Hollywood contract in Hollywood. It took him years, and he finally got it. But now he gets to live like a champion for the rest of his life. I don't know how much he's worth, but he's not struggling no more. I don't know how much he's worth right now. I can look it up. But I know he's not struggling. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He got married, he had children, he was able to pass on his seed with ease. So when you got the bag, you're able to pass on children and pass on your genetics easily than when you're broke. You see, you're not a Chad or a Tyrone or a bad boy, so you have to accomplish things. Don't ask me why, bro. This is the way it is. You have to accomplish things, man, because you don't got the top tier genetics, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got the bad boy image and shit. You feel me? Like, you ain't got the bad boy image. You ain't got, so it's gonna be a lot harder for you to attract females. You feel me? So you gotta go the extra mile. You gotta play the long game. You gotta achieve things. You gotta have achievements. You gotta have a lot of money. Because once they get the money, bro, it'll be a lot easier to start having children and shit. Because they're gonna open their legs to you, bro, and they're gonna not want you to wear a condom. They're gonna want you to knock them up when you got the bag. It's a lot easier to pass on your genetics. You feel me? It's a lot easier to pass on your genetics, bro. What the hell? Water on the... How is it water on the... How is it water on the... It's not raining out here. Probably a sewer pipe bust.